Good evening, everybody. Welcome Monday nights with Massetti's and friends. The gang is all here. We are excited to have Mr. Donnie Reeve and Trent Powell joining us. Thank you for tuning in at home. Let us know where you're watching from if you don't mind, and don't forget to join in on our marketplace game. But Donnie, Trent, thank you guys for being here with us. Definitely fit the category of friends and the family. So we appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
So I don't know. We had a pretty good weekend, Trev. Anything exciting happened this weekend?
No, it was pretty tame, you know. No, I'm just kidding. I graduated college, got my bachelor's in agricultural engineering. So that's pretty cool.
You get all the way up to
that's very
100%.
No, it still says 99.5, but
And yet you're claiming you graduated.
I'm claiming.
Did they give you a diploma though?
No, they're supposed to mail it to me, so hopefully it shows up.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Checks in the mail, bro.
Yeah,
We'll
exactly.
keep our fingers crossed on that one. So as Trev said, he graduated. Awesome weekend. Kicked it off Friday with a great pull at AgFest. The event itself was great. As a team, we sucked. But we looked good going down the road. So that's what matters. Donnie, did anything good happen to you Friday night at the pull or anything you want to talk about?
It was very, very interesting. It was my end of it was actually pretty good.
Donnie will be getting this nice buckle. You did not get that Friday, right?
No, I didn't. I actually forgot all about that. I was so stoked about winning that I forgot to go look it up.
I wish I hadn't brought it up then. We would have just kept it. But we'll get it to you this weekend in Pleasanton.
There you go.
I guess if you're gonna really beat the shit out of the competition, you might as well do it right down the street from your world headquarters, right? I mean,
one would think that would be a good plan. Yeah, I actually quite honestly, after friends and family and employees and people that I know were saying, I said, oh boy, this is going to be one of those where I really screw it up. But yeah, it worked out great for me.
You did good.
Had all my grandkids out there helping me. One was spotting me, obviously put me on a good spot on the track. And for once I in a long time, I've did a few things right. And here we are. So yeah, now I'll have to go hard to repeat it. I guess if James or Trevor or somebody like that.
You don't want to do it like I do. That's for sure. These last couple.
Yeah.
That was.
Really, it was a good track.
That was the Powells did a great job. I think that was the best one in Stockton so far.
Yeah.
I could see why you might think that.
And you need to tell Everett or Keith to have that crane just follow us around, because having that crane out there with the American flag is that's an awesome deal.
Isn't that the coolest thing?
And those cranes, they hardly cost a dime, so there's no reason he can't follow you.
They could
around.
probably dedicate one just to us, huh? Just for the pulls.
Yeah, exactly.
Trent, can you put in a good word for us?
Yeah, I'll do my best to get a crane following us around.
The only thing that they might not agree with is I think I saw about 10 guys out there spend an hour. What are you breaking it down or?
There was I don't know what.
Holy shit, that looked like a job and a half, just that part. But I mean, it was cool. That is the coolest thing.
There's a lot.
I think. Yeah.
That's
I think
no,
your event in Clements, Donnie, was the first time we ever had that. Remember?
I know we had it there, but I don't remember it being the first time, but that was,
Yep.
I think it's an essential situation. That is really cool.
It is
Yeah.
cool. We
How high
definitely
do you think
appreciate
that
it.
was? How high is that flag up there? Trent, do you know? That had to be 100 feet, right?
I have no clue how high that was. It was all the way extended though for that crane.
She was up there.
I know one thing. I next time I have that situation, I'm going to stand farther away from it because my neck hurts so bad. By the end of the national anthem, I thought I was going to fall over.
I was getting
Looking
dizzy.
straight in the air.
Me
I
too,
was
man.
directly under it.
Yeah. That's definitely awesome. We appreciate that. So
It is awesome.
So Trent, you had a hell of a pass there too Friday night.
Yeah, the only one in my class pulled a 306, I think. That was a pretty good
That's not
pass.
bad.
No. Still trying to
Not
get the
bad.
hang of it every now and then.
Yeah. Well, you've got what, 6 or 8 passes in it?
I think 6.
Yeah.
I think 6.
It takes a little time.
Yeah, I'll get used to it.
So you also you had your show and your sale for your steers, right?
Yep. Did both
So
of them.
who got sold, Blackie or Whitey?
Whitey got sold. Black couldn't even show.
No?
The black one went lame. He couldn't walk, so we had to take him home that day because the asphalt around there. It was too hard on his
So
nose.
that's the one we bought tickets for? Did he get
Yep.
all like mad cow disease and shit or what?
That's what I was going to
No,
ask.
no. He looked amazing, and I have pictures of him actually hanging. I
Hanging
guess
like
he's
So he
He's
went
dead,
real
Brian.
lame since then, huh?
Brian, he's dead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they've,
he's dead
taken
right
care of
now.
that problem.
I feel like
They're
you just broke
building
Ryan's heart.
Yeah.
Is he already turned into tomahawks? Because I like tomahawks.
No, not yet. I have to. Whoever wins tonight, I'm sending the cut sheets, and then they have to submit them tomorrow morning. By tomorrow morning, so we can get the tomahawks and all that cut.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
I'll get right on it when you send me that tag. So. Well, should we go ahead and jump right into the drawing the ear tag?
I'm good with that. Get it out of the way.
Oh wait, you said you still have more
You-
left?
I think you need to sell
have-
9 more.
I have 7. I miscounted earlier. I have 7 left. But we don't.
Anybody? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if it doesn't work, we don't have to sell the last 7. We're happy with where we're at right now.
I think Brian's trying to make sure
I'm
that
sure.
you end up selling the whole
think you
cow.
could probably do
Oh,
it.
we should sell them all. Is that what you said?
How many are you gonna draw, Kev?
Huh? What's left, Trent?
I'll read
Yeah,
one
give us
right
the
now. I'll
numbers.
give you a second.
Yeah, show us the numbers. I might take one. Steve will take 2. Brian said he's in for 3.
I think after the numbers
I'll
are shown,
play
we'll be a
once,
little uninspired. But we have a 15,
Ooh.
I'll take the
All
15.
right.
126,
Oh boy, that's a big jump.
118,
Oh dear.
82, a
I was born that
141,
year.
Jeez.
82, 86, and then a 59.
Hmm.
Lots of high numbers.
All right. Well, who's in?
Kev wants that 15.
I think he does.
Kev's a gambling man.
I'm feeling really good about it.
Hey, that's pretty good.
That's good.
So you want one, Kev?
Fuck yeah. Give me one more. Pull a good
Your
one.
bag here. That's what I have. But.
Come on.
Oh,
You want a tag, honey?
that's,
Oh, damn it.
that's
Yeah,
worth
you're
it. when he's
Still
your
under
5.
dad, aren't you?
Boy, Kev.
No, I think I might have passed him on that one.
Lori wants a tag, Trent. Draw another one.
All right.
What did I just get? 141?
You got 141.
59, Donnie.
59. That's how old
That's
I am.
a pretty good one.
Perfect.
There you go. Kevin, you pulled I think 141. 141.
Yeah. That wasn't my birthday one, but
I think
Well, Dean asked for 86. I don't know. Are you going to
No.
do that now? Or is it just still random draw?
I can do.
I'd
I can
let
do
it go
86.
random for a while, right?
We can do an 86. We can make a deal work.
I think Matthew wants one.
Matthew wants one. So the way it normally works, Matthew, is you just say, "Hey, Trent, draw a tag for me," and then that's the one you get, and that's what you pay. So
Yeah.
We can
If
do
you,
Matthews, and then if Matthew
looks
doesn't
like
get the
somebody
86,
wanted-
we can sell the 86.
It looks like somebody wanted 59. They can have it, and Lori can draw another one.
Brad wants it.
Brad Griffin.
So there you go. That's cool.
well, if
It could go bad though, Donnie. It could go the other direction.
Dean will take
Well,
one.
she's good.
random.
all right,
She's
just
willing to
draw
take
a
that
random
chance.
one for Dean.
Okay.
Oh, if he gets 15.
Or the 86. That's what we wanted. Ooh,
Honey.
118.
Right up, boy.
15. You're doing pretty good here, Trent.
Ah,
I know we're good at this old Indian scam.
When you get down to just the 15, let me know. I'll take another one.
Okay. We only got 3 more left before we're at 15 here.
I don't know if Matthew wants one or not.
Matt, you
Yes,
gotta just tell him you
yes.
want one.
You
You
gotta
want to roll
keep
the
paying the
dice and
number.
just take one. We'll pull one out.
Or gambling here.
I don't know if Kathy. I don't know which one of y'all
I
Kathy's
don't
talking
think
to
Kathy
here.
wants
But
to tag.
if she's single, if
want
y'all
to tag
want
her,
to
right?
hit her up.
Well, who wanted the 86? Whoever wanted the 86, I'll sell to.
Well, Dean won it, but he got the
He got 118.
14 or
He got the
118.
118 rats.
Do we want another
Well,
one?
we're
honey?
ready to draw then if we're all good. I'm fine with it.
How many you got left?
4.
Oh, you could do that. Brian wants another one.
Fit, give me one more.
Cut off. Brian's so many high numbers.
Give him the 15.
I'd be
just to
cheaper
feel-
just to go up to Donnie's and buy a whole damn cow, but give me one more.
We would give Brian a 15.
Yeah.
Brian, you can get the 15.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
there you go.
15? You're
can
all
get the
right, Trent.
15.
Thanks.
We'll turn your luck around here. Now expect a little
Okay.
jerry rigging on the next one, on the next track.
Matthew
You
wants
got it.
one.
All right, Matthew wants
Well, Matt
one.
wants one.
No, he just got
He
screwed.
knows the rule now.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
86.
86.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, that's pretty
Okay.
good.
I mean, honestly,
Actually,
probably the
one of
best
the-
one left.
Yeah.
There's 2 left.
Lori wants another one.
Uh-oh.
All right.
126.
You're 126.
So what's the last one?
82.
82.
Oh, that's
so
my
now it's
birthday
just-
one.
Ooh, that
want
is your
it,
birthday,
Kevin?
Kevin. It's his
That's
birthday.
the one I wanted. No, I can't afford anymore. Somebody else needs to get one. I'm up to 6.
I don't have any idea how many I have or how much I paid.
Steve, somebody get the 82. That's the winner.
Kevin, do you want 82?
What,
That's what
I'll
I'll
take
do.
the 82,
I'll,
Trent.
I'll cut you a deal.
What do I?
okay.
Oh,
What's the deal?
Oh.
28 bucks for 82.
Oh, that's good.
reversed
Oh,
it.
that's a pretty good deal.
Okay, I'm in.
You'll take that?
There it is.
Okay. Now we're sold out.
Text your mom real quick.
Cool.
Trent just took that 82 and threw it in the trash. It didn't go into the drop pile, but that's okay.
No, it's going to the drop out. Watch. You can see the 82
no.
going.
That was good.
Look how
Alright.
full this bag is. Got 150 tags.
Did you sell them
That was a
all?
lot of tags. You did.
I just did.
Sold them all, man.
Got a
You,
boy.
you made that happen, Kevin.
You ready to pick, Brian?
Go for it. Fire away, buddy.
Also,
Ooh,
none
that's
of us
a
remember
nerve-wracking.
what we
There's
have.
a lot of people relying on this.
Mix it up. Not
At
too
least
good though, because that
150 of 'em.
82's on top.
No way!
No way.
Shit.
Shit.
Look at that.
Are you
No
kidding
way.
me?
He just threw it.
That sucks.
No way.
Who got? Is the name on the back of that, Trent?
Oh, it was my cousin.
No way.
No way.
Your cousin got a side of beef for $1.
$1.
Number
Yeah.
one?
Can't make that up.
Oh, that looks horrible for me.
Son of a bitch, Trent.
Yeah, your
I
You
cousin
better pick
really-
a big number to make people feel good about this.
No kidding. I'm a horrible salesman here. We'll
That's
make this look
hilarious.
really good.
Hey,
We'll have Tyler
people
pull
forget
it.
about
He'll
this
buy it.
before next year.
Jim Kuna, 66.
There you go.
Well,
We didn't
son
get
of a
anyone we
gun.
did here. Besides my cousin. Come on.
Cutting out.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Somebody we don't know.
166.
I'll get you a steak, Brian. I'll get you a couple steaks.
All right.
Just
Probably
slide them out of the
Thanks.
order.
Yeah, I'll just slide it out of my freezer. We have a ton of steaks lying around. I'm gonna let you guys a steak. Oh, I feel bad.
Well,
about that.
Awesome.
That was
That
fun.
was good for number 66 and number 1. Thanks for letting
Yeah.
us be a part of your raffle, Trent.
Extra good
Yeah.
for number one.
Yeah, I'll
Number
say.
one
yeah.
did pretty
Yeah,
well.
that's crazy.
Number one did really good for paying the least amount of money.
No
Uh-huh.
shit.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, sorry guys.
that's
At least
That's
tell us
all
your
right.
cousin, like after they drew a 1, like they drew another. I mean, like they paid for
Oh,
another
they
one,
drew
right?
like I think because that was their son. I think they drew probably 10 or 15 tags.
Okay.
All right, that
Oh,
makes us all feel so much better.
That's
Thank
good.
you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
they didn't just draw the one. They drew.
I mean, that would be
They
that
draw a
person
lot
should
of
be
tags.
playing roulette.
That was pretty
well,
great, though.
that's fair
That'd be
enough.
horrible if they just drew the one and one off that.
That would be pretty funny for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Good job,
that was
Trent.
cool, Trent.
Well,
Thank you for letting
guys
us be a part of that.
supporting on Yeah, thank you guys for supporting. Sorry it didn't pan out.
Good job. That was a great idea.
Congratulations
All right, it was-
and congrats on your sale at the show.
Huh?
I said congratulations on this and congrats on your sale at the show.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good job.
So, cool. Well, now we'll talk a little bit. I want to throw this up here and thank our series sponsors. We have Reeve Trucking sponsoring the Pro Mod truck class, Kane Trucking with the modified tractors, and our very own Uncle Steve, Massetti Consulting, the Limited Pro Diesel class sponsor. We also have Pacific Tractor Pullers Association, C&G Farms, Pool Performance Fabrication, and our very own Uncle Kev, Madera Blinds and Shutters. So we want to thank all of you guys for your support.
You have the majority of your sponsors on screen right now. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is pretty awesome. You guys are all awesome. This coming Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Pleasanton, California, the Alameda County Fair, 6 p.m. all 3 nights. We are going to give the good people of Alameda County a show they will never forget. The momentum we have from the first few shows of our season is great. Shows have been awesome. The competitors are just showing up and really putting on awesome shows for the fans to see. So we are very happy about that. We're very proud of all of our competitors. So this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I will post this picture on our social medias. This is a map picture of the Alameda County Fairgrounds. No, it's not. This is Stockton.
That's Stockton.
Sorry,
It's all the way down
James.
at the bottom there. Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Oh, it's this one. There it is. Alameda County Fairgrounds. Over here in the purple where it says Alameda County Fairgrounds, that's the actual horse track. It's a golf course inside the horse track. This red line over here is Highway 680. So you will, from 680, you'll take this Bernal Avenue exit and you'll go to Valley Avenue. And then you'll head to this Gate 12 road. The red X is right at the intersection of Road 12 and Road 6. And you're going to come in on from Gate 12. It's a big, I don't know, 6-lane road. And there's a big overhead structure like you'd see at a fancy fairgrounds when you drive in. And you stay to the very far right and you won't go down Road 12. You're going to go in a gate that's like Road 12 and then a row of oleanders or something. And then there's this little gate where you're going to come in for our pit area. And then our pit area is amongst all the horse stables. So we will post this picture. They're supposed to have been sending me a digital parking pass that I will need to get to our competitors to make it easier to get in. So we definitely need everybody to pre-register. registration is open. I'll be emailing or texting these parking passes or this parking pass as soon as I get it. But the way to get it, you do not want to go in on the front side. Don't go to the address of the fairgrounds because with trucks you'll never get to it. But it's going to be 680 to Bernal to Valley to Gate 12, and then you're right on into the pits. We can stay there Sunday night if you want to and leave Monday morning. The fair's not open on Monday and Tuesday, but they did say we can stay and leave Monday, not a problem. We'll be there Friday morning. They're starting to work the track on Wednesday for us. So it'll be a great weekend, all 3 nights. Pretty fantastic. So excited about that. And I think Pleasanton used to be the home of Donnie and Lori Reeve. Is that correct?
Yeah, it is. I got my first
And-
job in Pleasanton in 1972.
Ooh, cool.
Is that where you actually started Reeve Trucking?
Yes. Reeve
Or
Trucking.
back then was it called D&L?
Well, no, that's my my uncle's, one of my uncle's companies there, and that
Okay.
truck I started. He bought me that truck to drive when I was old enough to drive, and in 1976 I bought it from him and started Reeve Trucking Company.
Is that Spot?
I'll be there.
Nope, that's Spot was my first brand new truck that I bought
Oh,
in
okay.
December of '79. This truck was '73.
Oh,
And I bought it from him in '76. Yeah.
Do you still have that one or no?
No, I sold that one to get the down payment for old Spot for that one,
There's old Spot.
and I still have that one.
Yep.
That one sits up here in the shop looking better than it did the day I bought it.
Yeah. There's no doubt about that. Was this no, this wasn't a World Trade Center deal here, was it?
No, that is that's a job across the street from that building that's leaning in San Francisco. This is a delivery site in San Francisco. That's the bus station they were building years ago. I forget what year that was, but yeah, those are beams to be used as the shoring to dig the pit that they started out the new bus terminal over there, and that project is being blamed by the people that have that building. I forget the name of that building that's leaning real bad in San Francisco, and lawyers are making a lot of money over that situation right now.
They always do.
Shit. They seem to come out on top.
They always come out on top.
Yeah. So
Fucking
And then-
lawyers, man.
this
So
is
there's
you're training another operator or what's
That's Spike there. That picture is 1980. What is that, huh?
I think it's 81.
81 or 2. Yeah, that
Yeah.
Spike's about a year old, and I took one of the cranes from work home to pour a little sidewalk I had next to my house, and he was watching me operate the crane or the little boom truck, and he thought, I want to get up there and give a shot at that, Dad. So that was his first shot at the controls.
And this was
And that
how many years? That's almost 30 years later.
just because we always had that picture, Spike took one of our boom trucks out and did the same thing with Garrett. That's Garrett there when he was about a year old.
Wow, that's awesome.
I got a coffee cup with
So
those pictures on each side of it.
That's cool.
that is super cool. So I think we've talked. Well, I mean, I think you've been on here and we've talked about the story how Rags got its name.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good story. I mean, now,
It didn't
Uh,
seem like it at the time, but
no,
Yeah.
but this is back in that era, right? That is Rags, right?
that's Rags in the very beginning. Yeah.
That is about early 90s, I think, is what that one was.
Yeah. I think that's a little earlier than that, probably.
Okay.
But yeah, Rags was an '84 truck. I bought bought Rags as a 4-wheel drive stripped down pickup in 1984 in San Bernardino, California. And
Very nice. So what you started driving for your uncle, and then how did you transition? What kind of freight was that back then?
he hauled a little bit of everything, general freight, a lot of concrete, a lot of steel, a lot of whatever. And he had one really big thing for him was his contracts he had with PG&E. And I did a little bit of everything for him. I started out as a forklift driver and that sort of thing. And once I had my license and he could afford to insure me since I didn't have the cleanest driving record on earth. And he once we got to that point, he bought that truck you saw earlier, that 73, and he bought that brand new to have me drive. And he said the only stipulation to letting me drive that brand new truck was my hair was down to my shoulders, and he said, I can't have a driver looking like you. So I come back and you couldn't measure the hair on my head when I come back from the barber shop. And he sent me up to Sacramento to pick that truck up, and I drove it for a few years and then bought it from him. And that's when I bought my permit to get Reeve Trucking Company licensed in July of 1976.
So basically, when you stopped being a hippie was when he
No,
said
I'm
you
not
can't be a
still a
hippie
hippie.
anymore.
I'm gonna look at me.
All right, you cut
You
the
went
hair.
right
Fair
back
A
enough.
little thin on top, but it still hangs.
So
Don't talk to me
was
about
that
thin
the-
on top.
Was that the fateful haircut that started it all, or no? That
Yeah, it
came
was-
later.
That was probably one of the biggest investments I ever made was meeting Lori. I didn't have the social capability to ask her out on the first haircut. So thank God I had a lot of hair. So I went back for another one, and I think I've told that story before. It's,
Yeah.
wound up getting 2 haircuts at a place that I couldn't afford to go in the first place. And so I was afterward the second one, and I failed to ask her out. I was so mad at myself. I was driving down the road in my 4-wheel drive pickup. So mad at myself, I pulled over and called her on a payphone and asked her out. And unbelievably, she accepted.
Worked out pretty good.
That worked out great.
Very nice.
Got free haircuts from that day on.
That was a good investment. That's
Paid off.
nice.
Oh yeah.
It didn't look good at first, but it really turned out well.
Yeah, for sure. So you started off with the one truck you bought from your uncle, and you turned that into 150 trucks doing all kinds of super crazy heavy haul stuff.
Well, I had this thing where I absolutely refused to be beat out for my customers' work by my competitors. So I just knew that one way or the other we could be the one-stop shop for no matter what they made. And one customer I had, Oldcastle Corporation. In those days, we were down in Southern California. They made it really difficult because they made a lot of weird shit, and that was always my deal. I'm gonna beg, borrow, buy, build whatever it takes to haul whatever they want to haul. And one thing led to another, and we just kind of pulled it off. And a few years back, 5 or 6 years back, I turned it over to my son and his team, and have impressed the hell out of me with what they've been able to do, is taking it on to bigger heights than I ever dreamed of doing. So it's I'm sitting in a pretty good spot right now, just watching what my little contribution has turned into. Yeah. I'm a happy guy.
I think that's the biggest understatement of the year, calling that a little contribution, but that's okay. So you kind of mentioned it, but now we could consider you retired from real working.
Yeah, Spike makes sure that I don't nobody calls me with a problem, and that I don't work unless I feel like it. And when I feel like it, I go haul a load. I don't do anything real technical. And so I sit up here in a little community called Paloma outside of Valley Springs with my cows and horses and dogs and my wife, and Spike's taking good care of me and making sure I have an easy life. So I'm a happy guy. I watch baby calves get born instead of deal with people.
That doesn't
Nothing
sound
wrong
bad
with
at
that.
all.
We won't go there though.
Yeah. That's awesome. So I'm just gonna throw up a few pictures of your crew here. We got some grandsons.
That's
Are
my pull
they?
truck crew there.
But it looks like they might have been doing cattle work that day.
Yeah, we were probably working cows or building corrals or something. I don't remember exactly what that day was, but yeah, I make sure whenever there's any real work to do that I round up a bunch of grandkids, because I'm pretty lucky in that regard too. How many people have one son and only have to raise one child, and they get 6 hardworking grandkids out of it?
You know, that's a pretty good like labor multiplier. It's
Yeah.
well done.
Yeah.
That's like my biggest accomplishment.
Good job on
Yeah.
that, Donnie.
Yeah. And a patriotic little family at that too. We love that.
You remember that picture, Brian? That's at the Clements Pool, and
Yeah.
that's Ava when she was a little bitty one.
I was gonna say she's a
Like
lot
what
taller now.
That's what Christy said. Stacy and Ava, and I said, no way. She's practically a grown up now. That's
They're all taller than me now. It's crazy.
yeah. Time flies.
It happens.
This one I think was just this past year.
That was a great night.
Yes, it was. So
Had a lot of
you,
great nights.
yes. And you've been doing this for a long time, and I think you were in Kansas City in this picture pulling at a big event. You've been to Bowling Green. But I have to imagine that being able to do this with your son and now Garrett, your grandson driving, but your other grandkids being there part of it. I mean, is that better than just being with them, making it all that much better? Or
I never thought it would be. I remember the first time Spike told me, "Hey, Dad, I want to drive the pull truck." I told him, "Bullshit, buddy. That's fine." But I have to admit, the first time he came down the track, the first time Garrett come down the track, and the other ones are chomping at the bit to do it. And, you know, they're a little young yet, so I told them I'm gonna have to talk to Brian about how to work that in. But Garrett had the perfect opportunity with that big party you had at your house and having a track there to get the feel of it. And but I'm gonna start Billy and Garrett, or Billy and Nathan the same way out here on the gravel road, having them back between the posts of a gate, making sure they're centered up on the sled and pulling forward and backing up and pulling forward and backing. Garrett, I think we burned about 15 gallons of fuel before we brought him to your house.
well, that's all right.
awesome.
I sell that stuff every day, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it also worked
Well-
out, right? Like he hasn't wrecked anything.
And Garrett, unbelievably, has absolutely. His dad doesn't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing because it's all he thinks about now.
It's been awesome to see Garrett just come into his own and become such an integral part of this whole thing. But as far as Billy and Nathan go, that track is still there, and now there's 2 sleds to choose from sitting right there. So whenever they're ready, we'll do that again. Yeah, that could be the reason for the party. It's whatever.
The only downside to all this is I built that 72 Chevy, and you all know my performance driving that truck. And then he takes it out and immediately makes it a winner over again. So that part's a little embarrassing, but
We didn't have to bring that up.
yeah.
We got him this weekend.
Spike's telling me, Dad, you need to start driving rags when I can't be there. I want, rags to be present. And I'm going, man, I don't know if I can do that, and I don't want to look that bad.
Yeah.
Spike has he has a very simple knack to driving rags. I don't know. He makes it look easy, but
He's got it figured out. That's for sure.
yeah, he's got it figured out.
Yeah. Well,
I'm glad
you made
I'm
it look
glad he's
easy.
I'm glad he's busy and not able to make it to every pull.
Oh shit. Let's see here. And I think this was probably the highlight of Mr. Trump's campaign. Meeting you two, huh?
Probably not, but it was one of the highlights of my life.
Yeah.
That was a pretty cool day.
Was that just last September or
That was
no? September before.
yeah, a year ago September. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Anyways.
no idea how my daughter-in-law Stacy knows I'm a Trump fan, big Trump fan. And how she did that, I don't know. But we went to the nicest hotel in Rapid City, South Dakota, on a night before Trump was going to have a rally in Rapid City, and we wound up staying in a fabulous hotel, having a great meal, walking up to a back door of the convention center when there was thousands, I mean thousands of people waiting in the hot sun on the other side of the building. We walked up to a back door that opened when we got there, and the Senator John Wick of Rapid City or of South Dakota greeted us and thanked Stacy for coming and took Spike and I and give us badges, and we went into a back room, and long story short, we wound up taking this picture, and we actually, and when he heard we were truckers as we were introduced, he spent 5 minutes in the middle of a photo shoot thing to talk to us and wanted to know all about how many trucks we had. And I mean, he was really a personable guy. And then we went on to a round table and got to sit with 20 other people in a round table in the back of the convention center and talk to him for about an hour before he went on stage and did his rally. And it was a great day for me. I was impressed.
That's cool.
I've never asked Stacy one time what that cost her, and I'm not.
Don't.
Well, first you said you didn't know how she did it, and I was going to suggest
have
it had
no
something to
idea.
do with a checkbook, but you figured that part out.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It was worth it.
That's amazing.
It was a great day. I was a happy guy.
Neat opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, does anybody have any questions for Donnie? I haven't been paying attention to the comments over here. I apologize. John Boer would like to know how long you drove rags before it became a pull truck.
Well, we bought it in '84. We were stuck in Southern California. Oh, sorry, Steve.
No, I get it, dude.
Yeah, I was born on a dairy farm in Tracy, so I mean, a lot of people was really not in my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
But long story, but we wound up going to work in Fontana, California, and we lived during the 80s. We lived in Fontana, Victorville, and Rialto. And while we were living in Victorville, Dave Matthews, one of the old guys that was a promoter, came to Southern California and put on a pull. And we hadn't seen pulling. We started pulling before we left here in the late 79, 80 to go down to Southern California. And we missed it. I mean, but we had an objective. We had a business to build. So we went and did our time in Fontana, and that's where the base of our operations was at the time. And so for recreation, we didn't have truck pulling, so we bought rags. We bought that truck, and we did desert racing, hill climbing, mud bogging, and that sort of thing. And then Dave Matthews come to Victorville and was going to put on a pull, and I was all excited. So we got Rags all prepared, and then that I think I've told the story about how Rags got its name during the preparation for that pull, and actually Lori went out and drove in that pull, and she won first place, and we've been pulling ever since. And
That's awesome.
but we didn't. Rags probably has been all that's really left of it is the body. But it is all the body parts on Rags are the original parts except the hood. And that truck has probably logged about 15,000 miles in its entire existence, because all we've ever done is play with it and break it.
Yeah, well, those are
Some
the
tough
same
miles.
things.
I wonder how many pull trucks out there are like that, where somebody bought it, was the original owner, drove it, and then it's become what Rags has. I mean, I don't know.
Probably not a
It's
whole lot. I still have the
It's an
paint
80. Yeah, that's awesome. It's 84, you said?
84. Yeah.
84, yeah. So
I actually have an 86 that Spike found over on the East Coast somewhere. Lori and I went and got it. I forgot what state it was in. That literally was the same paint, the same interior, the same everything of Rags. Only had 46,000 miles on it. I bought that truck and I'm replicating it to with the roll bars and everything that we had when we used it for desert racing and hill climbing and such. I'm making a replica copy of what Rags was prior to making it a full.
That's a fun project.
That's
Going
cool.
back, and
Yeah,
you're not just
cool.
making something that somebody else did. You're making what you made originally. I love that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
That's super cool.
I've actually replicated the truck that Spike, when he was about 3 years old, left the gas station with while I was filling the truck with gas.
Oh, that sounds like a story. How'd you get it? I mean, could he drive at 3? Because I couldn't.
I don't know what he did, but I was at a gas station in Victorville putting gas in. We had the Odyssey in the back of the truck. We were heading out to the desert to run around in one of those Honda Odysseys. And I left him standing in the seat, leaning on the steering wheel like he always was. And I was putting gas in the vehicle, and before I knew it, the truck left. And I pulled the gas nozzle out, and the gas flew everywhere, and I ran like hell and opened the door and turned the key off right before we hit the propane tank.
I bet also
Wow.
you probably set like Olympic record time running
Oh,
after it. I mean, that had to be the fastest you ever ran, right?
Spike's always been a driver.
Yeah, I guess so.
Spike was the guy, if we were pulling a hill in the truck, or if we were driving out through the desert or whatever, he was the guy hanging on the roll bar saying, "Dad, is that all it's got?" He'd look at the manifold pressure gauge on my old Freightliner at 50 pounds, and he says, "Is that all it's going to do?"
Yeah. Hey, Trent, I think this question's for you.
Wow.
Can you translate that, or
We don't have a built-in
I threw it in
translator.
the
Huh?
translator.
is that one of your classmates, or?
I didn't know I had
I'm just-
classmates that spoke that language.
Uh,
But they
Yeah.
said, "What will you do when you go there? Please tell me the purpose of your trip."
really?
I don't think I'd
This might
respond
be
to that
somebody
one.
who has come across pulling for the first time. I'm not sure,
Oh.
but that's a guess.
Might be
Yeah,
a Chat
I don't-
GPT thing.
I don't know if they're typing to us in that language while we're speaking in English. I kind of doubt they know what we're saying. I mean, that's
True.
I don't think someone from overseas is even going to watch this like that.
Maybe.
Earlier, I'm going to jump back to the front of the show here when we talked about Trev's graduation, and Christy set us up with a few pics here. So there is our little
There he
graduate
is.
right there. And there he is with his beautiful girlfriend, Bree. And I can't see this picture, but I'm going to go ahead and hit it anyway. Oh, that's Trev's
Sled.
garden tractor sled. And then, oops.
How's that project coming along?
It runs and drives now. It's not painted or anything, obviously, but it
Has anybody pulled it yet?
not yet. I got to do a couple little more things, but we're
So
gonna
when
go
are we
get
gonna
it
start
tomorrow.
breaking out the tractors again?
Yeah, let's do it.
We got a ton of them sitting in a storage container right now.
That's going to take us a couple weeks to get ours running again.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say
Yeah,
Brian's
ours
got
is
some
good.
on like pallets, so
Or just even to get them off
They're
the
up on
shelf.
pallet rack. It's gonna take me a day to get all the shit out of the way to get them down off the wall, but
Yeah.
we'll do it. We'll get
We'll
on
probably
that.
have to remember the key code to get in our storage unit.
hey, I got bolt cutters if that'll help.
Yeah, that might be a last resort kind of deal.
Well, does anybody have any questions for Donnie or for Trent? Or Donnie, do you have any questions for any of these guys?
No, I can't think of anything offhand.
Next time I want a half a cow, I'm going to probably go to Donnie though.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm very reliable here.
Yeah, your system sucks, Trent. Sorry,
Yeah,
it's a great
I kind
idea,
of-
but it sucks.
Or
Yeah,
You guys
I think
need
Donnie's-
to draw the
Donnie's
right
my
numbers.
deal.
That's all.
Donnie's got a
Donnie's
new
system's going to
idea
work
to
a lot
sell
better
cows.
for us. Yeah.
Well, Donnie's is a more direct route. Mine's kind of 148 losers.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for
that was a kind
thanks
of
for
harsh way to
reminding
put
me.
it, but
Yeah, I'm about a 5-time loser, I think, but
Yeah,
That's
you
okay.
didn't pull
Remember
very
how
good
many I
tax
got.
there, Brian.
Oh, Candy
Well-
wants to know if you're coming to Weezer this year, Donnie.
Yes, we are. I'm going to Weezer by myself because my son and my grandson are going to be out of the country, and I made a commitment to go to that pull, and MLM Motorsports has no pulls during that time, so I'm plus I have a few customers in Weezer or in the Idaho area there, and so yes, I am.
the business trip, that's a
And
tax write-off.
Candy's asking that because she likes her conversations with Garrett. So the sad news is you're stuck with me because Garrett will not be there.
Oh, we got
Oops, sorry, I
this
was
one.
trying to put that one up too. So, Paul, it is right in front of the grandstands of the horse track. Yes, much like we were in Stockton on Friday night, we'll be in the same type of situation. So, thank you for asking that. And Candy sees your trucks there in the area, which I guess is a good thing, Donnie. That means they're out running around.
Yeah, that means they're not in the yard. So thank you very much for saying that.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I think this
as you all
is-
know, this is where we turn it over to James, and we gotta be afraid of the damn punishment wheel now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
So, speaking of the punishment wheel, can you guys hear me, by the way?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Speaking of the punishment wheel, last week I forget who lost. Nono? I think Nono lost.
Dude, all of us
so he-
lost.
There is no winner.
No.
No, and Dad lost, and Dad had to do a minute thanking the guest.
Yes, you're right.
Oh yeah.
And Nono, he spun and he got the second place must spin. So that went to Trevor. Here's the wheel. And Trevor landed on, funny enough, the one his girlfriend came up with, and that was to pour a bowl of ice on your head. So
Oh.
approximately 4 minutes before the show started.
Oh.
I guess I gotta do better tonight.
So his punishment was served.
Nice. Well
It's kind of-
done.
Kind of a
and-
small bucket, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
It was cold enough, trust me.
Yeah, it seemed like he did the job pretty well.
Good job.
But yeah,
And I
So we're
it
talking
really
about
ran in here to change real quick, and I took my shirt off, and a bunch of ice cubes came out.
no, it was literally minutes before the show started. So
Yeah.
Anyways,
Your
this
hair's
is a
looking a
good-
little disheveled, Trev. I
Yeah,
know.
no, it's still wet.
It's good. Proof.
Well, this here is a great picture of Donnie's truck taken by our good friend Cassie. She had a lot of great photos. I think her Instagram is she's on 10 lugs, right?
Yes.
Something like that. There's a bunch of photos from the event, so go check those out. But to recap, I know Donnie and Trent, you've both played on the show before. But for those who don't know, essentially, I'm going to show everyone a marketplace listing. They're going to guess the asking price, and it's Price is Right rules. So the closest answer without going over, you're going to get a point. And if you get the exact answer, you get 3 points. Trent, I forget how did you do a couple weeks ago?
I did decent, but Kevin just freaking went right above me and right below me
Yeah.
every time he needed to.
Well, it tends to happen around here. But
Kevin's very good at this, but we have a secret weapon tonight, Trent.
What's
No,
the
we'll
secret
see.
weapon?
Steve's got an idea. He's gonna be using AI. So
No.
Well, by the
I
way,
really-
first, just to be clear, I want to guess myself, and then I'm going to let
Okay.
ChatGPT guess separately, if that's okay.
okay, cool, yeah. But we'll do that one last.
Yeah.
But also the guests of the show have the option to partake in the punishment wheel. Is that correct? Or did you change that rule?
Oh yeah, you guys don't have to partake in punishment. If
But
you
you
want
could.
to, yeah.
But like they have to decide right now, don't they?
Well,
Yes.
no, I mean,
What's on the
Yeah.
punishment?
It's fine.
wheel?
You know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
well, there's a
I mean,
couple.
I suck at the game, so you're probably not gonna. I'm gonna be behind you guys, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. The worst one is probably like spoonful of hot sauce. There's really only one or two bad ones. The rest of them are all pretty one of them you have to pay $5 each, which is pretty expensive since we have quite a few
There's a
on.
lot of people on here. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, we can decide that. We'll say
Okay.
halfway through. Just
That's
fill it
fair.
out.
Whenever.
Uh,
the end is
I
fine.
do want to say though, I did not think AI would be coming for this job, but
Yeah, dude.
I guess it is. So
Well, we'll just see. I mean, we might prove that AI is not very good at
Let's
things.
see what happens. Let's see
You
what
might
happens.
Well-
put AI restrictions if it goes too good.
yeah, this first one here is I think it's set up to be. I don't even know if it's set up for a class because it's a twin turbo 2001 Chevy 2500. It's an LB7 block that's been filled. It's a stock crank, but it's keyed. It's got rods, some 16.1 compression, forged pistons, 400% injectors. It's got twin turb skis, as I said. It had all the turbo specs on there, but I didn't really know what I was looking at, so I just simplified it a little bit. It's got a 456 gear, and it comes, I believe, with the DOT tires as well as the cut tires for the back. It's also water injected. I really don't know. I think it's in Wisconsin, but I don't know what class they can run with this. Trent, any idea?
You'd have to be like exhibition unless you pull super stocks because they're triple.
Yeah, they're supposed to be
That'd be your
triple.
only class.
Who knows? But Trent, you may see it out there.
I might have to go buy it if this is a good deal.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Atta
Switch
boy.
up the Duramax.
Well, Dad, you're gonna start us off here as usual. What do you
Oh,
think?
shit. 50,000.
Ooh.
50,000. Okay. Steve?
Yeah, I like that. I like that guess. I think I have to come in a little bit lower though. I'm going to come in at 44.
44. Okay. Kev?
Oh boy. I'm not feeling really good about this one.
That's
Maybe-
clever. That's a good callback to your earlier joke about Willie.
Sure.
Nelson.
Yeah, thank you. I was gonna. We don't even know what it is. I'm gonna say 51.
51. Okay.
You asshole.
Kev?
I'm gonna say 75,000.
75. There's our photographer, Cassie, 45. It's a good guess. Trent,
That is a
What do you
good
think?
guess.
I think I'm gonna have to go with 60,000.
60. Okay. Donnie, you're going to close us out here. What do you think?
48.
48.
Nice.
Wait, Jay.
All right.
We have to do Chat GPT,
Yes.
don't we?
Go for it.
Jay, do you just want me to give you the number, or do you want me to give the
Yeah, just the
reasoning?
number because this is going to get
Give a
long.
reasoning too. That would be fun.
Well, okay.
If it's
Or
worth
maybe
it.
for the
Let me
fifth
just do
one.
this. A truck like this wouldn't surprise me at 35,000 from a seller who knows what they have, but also 22,000 to 26,000 from someone who just wants to make room for a new build. It's a
Wow.
niche build, but a good one. I mean, by the way, it's long. It started with this ain't your
Yeah.
average farm truck. Yeah, no kidding.
Let's just hit the number.
What did it
24.5.
say?
24.5.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Well, I can tell you this one was listed for $40,000. Guys, come
Oh.
on.
I was gonna say that.
So the AI is already in the lead with 1 point. It was
No
terrible
way.
guess from
Yeah,
Wow.
wrong
But-
truck right there.
They're
yes,
taking
it
over.
was worse from all of you. I don't even think anybody in the comments here would have gotten it except John Bower. John Bower would have gotten it with $1. So, anyways, we're off to a rough
Yeah, I
start,
won that
guys.
Okay.
I will say, I did tell everybody, well, all the Massettis here, that if the AI wins, then they're all spinning the wheel. Donnie and
No
way.
Trent, you guys don't have to, but if
Caddy
it wins,
says,
then
let's
they all.
go. I'll take the W.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can get this one. This one here is a 94 Ford Super Cab Ranger.
Oh,
Good
It's
luck.
It's clearly bagged, 6-wheel, and it runs and drives just like any other Ranger. Hard to believe, I know. But it's got a 4.0 V6 engine with a manual transmission. The bed was extended there to add another axle to make it a 6-wheeler. If you can't tell, it's not factory. And the interior could use a little work. It has Mustang seats. It's got 4 8-inch Scar audio subs and a 1500 amp. It's he drives the truck every day with no issues, and he does not have to sell whatsoever. So the price is pretty firm, and he doesn't want any trades except for maybe a diesel truck, and the bike is not included. So
oh, come on.
it's got a pretty sweet paint job that goes through the engine bay there.
Through the engine bay. That is sweet.
Yeah. So yeah, and you can see this side here is pink and purple, and this side is yellow. So that's all I got for you, Steve.
Where's this
Why
located?
don't you?
I was. I'm sorry. Somebody asked a question. Go ahead.
Well, I got to pull it up. Go ahead, Steve.
Well, I was copy pasting this image to Chatty, but did you say that the motorcycle comes with it or no?
No,
Mm-mm.
bike
No bike.
not included. It clearly
Okay.
says that.
Okay. Well, I was barely.
No,
paying
I'm just
attention.
saying, like, as in,
I'm gonna come
For-
in at. This is tough. I mean, it's a Ford fucking Ranger.
it's
It is it's a Ford F-ting Ranger.
$20,000.
$20,000. Okay,
That's reasonable.
Kev, what do you think?
I think he's close. This guy's got a lot of money tied up in those 6 wheels.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say 22.
22.
22.
Okay, Trev.
I don't know. I feel like this guy's proud of what he's got, and he thinks it's worth a lot more than it is.
Probably true.
He definitely does not have to sell whatsoever, but the
Yeah.
price is pretty firm.
He made that clear. Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
Yeah. Unless maybe a diesel truck.
Well,
though.
Trev, you do have a diesel truck.
I do have a diesel truck. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
You may want to trade.
Yeah. I'm gonna go $40,000.
40,000. Okay, Trent. I did look at it. It is in Clemens, North Carolina.
Ooh. Them guys, they really like their weird builds over in Carolina.
Okay.
I'm thinking we're close to Trev here. We'll go 42,000.
42. Okay.
Yeah, you guys might be right.
Donnie, what do you think?
Well, what I would be willing to pay out of consideration, I'll say 35.
35,000.
Yeah. I would.
You're willing to pay?
Oh,
Let's get
Dad?
this thing.
I'm gonna go with $1.
$1.
Ooh, good guess.
Smart.
All right, Steve.
Okay, so first of all, it says this is a high effort, low value build.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Amen.
Damn.
Amen.
The buyer pool for a bagged, extended frame, 6-wheeled Ranger with this paint scheme is exactly one person, the current owner.
This
Wow.
computer is smart, dude.
It
Yeah.
says this scream's overpriced and emotionally attached.
Wow. So what is
The
what is
final
the
guess, 9,500.
95.
Wow.
For a Ford Ranger?
By the way, I said 100, not 1,000. I said 9,500.
Yeah, I got you.
That's probably in there.
Okay.
Well, I could tell you it did a lot better than 5 of you, but Dad with a guess of $1.
No
Oh,
way.
Take it.
dude.
Good job.
ChatGPT was so
You're
close
learning,
on
Dad.
that one.
This
Yeah,
guy
it was
looks
the
like-
closest for sure by far.
Wow.
Thank
So
Wow.
So your
Dad-
dad is tied with a computer.
you
thing.
are tied with a computer thing.
And me and the computer is kicking all y'all's asses.
It's
Don't
true.
forget.
It's true.
Well, that was
everyone
a really
else,
good
0
guess for
points.
both of you.
This
You know,
one,
when a guy says, I don't have to sell whatsoever, so this price is firm, and then it's such a low price, like $8,000, it doesn't add up, right?
Yeah, no,
Like,
I mean,
no,
honestly,
no.
8,000 doesn't seem like a bad deal. I mean,
it
Well,
actually
it
No,
does.
it's
Have
a-
you seen the truck?
that'd be a
though?
waste of
It's-
$8,000, Stephen.
Yeah.
So
it would be a bad
Brian,
deal.
it's
get
a
me wrong.
Ford effing Ranger.
Yeah,
It
but
was
six
only-
I hear
wheels,
you,
by
bro.
the
only
way.
one person that wants it though.
But
Yeah,
just
no,
think
that's
of
good.
what
I mean,
the
Chatty
doctor
told us that. You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Next.
That was a
Well-
pretty good guess by chat. too.
Dad, this one is pretty much a softball for you. This one here is a Moi Tomba Voice de la Scout. August. Okay. The information there on the right is not correct. It actually came with 0 description. So
So you just took one from a
wait.
pull truck?
well that was wrong. So
Definitely
I
gonna
think I'm
screw
gonna
up
have to spin the wheel
ChatGPT
now.
on this.
Yeah,
Did you have to type that out on top, James? How'd you do those letters?
I copied and pasted it.
Okay.
But
Some weird
this
stuff.
it actually does translate to competition pulling sled. I
Oh,
tried
that
it,
makes sense.
and this one is listed in Estonia, believe it or not. So, yeah, pretty
Is that a
interesting.
country?
It is a country. Very close to Russia. But anyways, it was listed in euros, and I have graciously converted it to dollars for you. So you're guessing in dollars, but it was originally listed in euros. So it's definitely not a flat number. Anyways,
Yeah.
Kevin, you're up.
I'm
What
first,
do you think
I mean,
about
basically,
this,
none of us are
Moi
hitting
Tomba
this on the
Voice?
button.
and this is a non-round number you said because you converted it.
Yeah, so if you get this one exactly right, I will spin the wheel
1,000
10 times.
points.
Yeah, and you get 1,000 points. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to say for US dollars, American currency, this thing is worth 31,948.
31,948.
So specific.
Well, he said it's not it's converted
tell you
from
there's-
euros.
Yeah, there's two. I put it the cents there as well to be exact.
Okay.
Do you want to?
Oh
Good.
wait, and
Yes.
40
Yeah.
no, and 69 cents.
And 69 cents.
Obviously.
Okay, gotcha.
Obviously.
All right, Trev, what do you think?
Man, we don't know anything about this.
Nothing.
No.
But it's got to be a big tractor sled, right? It's not a mini sled.
Yeah, look at that big old tractor.
Oh yeah, I see the tractor. Yeah.
That might have gone too low. Shoot.
I'm gonna say, can I look up what €1 is, like what the conversion is, or do you know it off the top of your
It
head?
doesn't matter.
Euro's worth a little bit more than $1, just a little
That's
bit.
true. That's true.
Okay.
But you're guessing in dollars, right?
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
guessing
Because
I'm
you're
just,
supposed to know
I'm
how
just
many
curious
in
how
dollars.
much. Yeah,
Because you already know how many euros it is. Is that
Yeah.
where we're getting at?
Really
yeah,
useless.
exactly. I'm gonna go $115,083.
It was 115,000.
Yep.
Okay. Trent, if you can pronounce it, I'll give you half a point.
Nobody on earth can pronounce that. That's not even fair.
I
It
bet.
starts off with moi.
What's your guess, Trent?
Moi, Tom, y voste, luce, kilk.
Yeah, give
Well,
me
that's
half
pretty
a
good.
point.
Give him the
That's
point.
my
Give him the
Half
point.
point. Half point.
Oh yeah, climbing up.
I mean, just
What's
the
your
effort
guess?
was worth it.
Yeah.
$121,420.69.
Ooh, I like
Probably
it.
Damn it. That
I
was my
can't do that.
second guess, Trent.
That's
Shoot.
probably what it is. Donnie,
That's gotta
what do you
be it.
think?
I don't know. 58,000.
58,000. All right, Dad.
$63,411.
Okay, Steve.
What was Kevin's? It was like 32,000 or something.
It was 31.948.69.
that's close enough. That's fine. I'm gonna. I think I'm. Oh, I think I'm at 40 grand
40.
What? Dude, you didn't even
in
give me
American
room.
dollars. I gave you a lot of room.
You give me
Yeah.
like $4.
Well,
Doesn't look like it has air conditioning either.
AI's
No.
pretty.
Wait, do you want
AI's got
chatty?
What is
AI's got a
ChatGPT?
real good shot at this one. So,
Okay. So Chatty sees this as so I cut out all of the text on the right because
yeah.
you said it was
Obvious
okay.
reasons.
So it says in the US, a working sled can range from 50 to 120, depending on tech and condition. But Eastern European prices are lower. Okay. I can't tell if it's US made, like a Decision Maker
No shit.
Dang.
No way.
or Iron Man. Yeah, no, it's not dumb. It's pretty smart. Anyway, its guess
Get the number.
is 38,000 exactly.
Ooh. Yeah.
Whoa.
Didn't
Wait
get
a
it.
minute now.
I guess the market for sleds in Estonia, surprisingly, not as fruitful as the market in America. It was $17,329.83.
So you get the point,
Whoa.
Jay.
I do believe that I get the point now, because if
That
everyone
does
goes
seem
over,
like a pretty good deal, though.
I get the
for
point. Yeah, you'd pay probably what a normal sled out here costs just in shipping.
Yeah, I
to
mean,
get
it would
over
cost
there.
200 grand to get it, but
Yeah.
By the way,
But-
I told ChatGPT what the price was, and it's like, wow, that's great. But you know what? That totally makes sense. Like, bitch, get it right the first time then.
It doesn't really know anything. Yeah. Okay, well, moving on. This next one here is a 20-foot tall bottle of Jack Daniels. Unfortunately, it is not filled with Jack Daniels. So don't worry about doing the volume conversions there. But it was posted with a picture that says "God bless America" and with a Creed song playing, as it should be.
dude.
So it's 20-foot tall, inflatable, comes with the pump and the stakes to hold it down. It's like new and very clean. And Rob Zombie used it one time at a show at Westworld.
I love this part.
This guy got it from a guy who worked on the crew, and Rob gave it to him. So
It's
got a little bit of
stolen.
backstory there.
Right.
Yeah, it's a stolen blow up.
It
That is
sounds like
100%.
it's stolen for sure.
I think
But
Donnie
I
Reeve
did.
needs this.
I saw.
would agree.
Yeah, I saw Donnie's post of his bar, and I kind of figured he needs this outside. But we'll see. We'll see depending on the price. So I
I was
believe.
going to say I don't know what the price is, but I need to buy it and put it on top of this hill out here behind my house.
Yes,
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
absolutely.
You better wait and see. Trev, I think you're going to start this one off.
I'm gonna go $500.
$500. Okay. Trent?
I'm gonna go 1,000.
1,000. Okay. Big D?
2,500.
2,500. All right. Dad?
I think 1,800.
1,800. Okay. Steve?
God, I really liked 1,000, but I'm going to come in a little lower and go at 800.
800. Okay. Kev, you're in last place right now.
What?
Tied for last place, but still, this is pretty disappointing.
Ooh.
What do you got?
What's the highest bid so far?
Donnie's in at 2,500.
I think it's worth 4,000 or 5,000, but I'm going to say 3,500.
3,500.
Well, you gave him some room. That was nice of you.
Yeah, well, because I'm
He's a
pretty
guest, I know.
sure this guy dropped Rob Zombie's name twice. He's proud.
Yeah.
There's
All right.
Rob Zombie.
Steve?
Yeah.
Don't
I'm
know.
going to give
So, according
just
to
at the
Chatty,
number. Yeah.
new 20-foot branded inflatables can go from 800 to 2,500, depending on licensing quality.
Oh no.
The seller clearly thinks it's worth something, and it doesn't look like a joke listing. Probably costs 2,000 plus if it's legit. Asking 1,200 makes it feel expensive, but not insane. Just enough to make the buyer pause and say, "Screw it, let's do this." Chatty went in with 1,200.
1,200. Okay. Well, I can tell you this one was listed for 2,300. Donnie with the closest, but just 200 over. Dad with a guess of 1,800.
Nice job, Brian.
So
How's
currently,
your dad winning?
I know this is incredible. I don't know. I mean, this has only happened 1 or 2 times, I think. But
He usually sucks at this game.
yeah, but he's doing well. Dad, you're in the lead with 2 points. Then is myself and Chad GPT in second place.
Those are
2 people are not even supposed to be playing. And then Trent closing it up in third place with half a point.
Oh.
We have 2 listings to go, I believe. So without further ado, the next one here is a 1934 International Handler C1. This is a true rat rod, not a bone shaker. It's got a 12-valve Cummins with less than 5,000 original miles. It's got airbags, 9-inch rear. It's got a forged straight axle. It's got Willwood front disc brakes, a fully built Randy's transmission, and it's also wood framed, so it's very light, 1,800 pounds, and crazy to drive. You could see the door there is made of wood. I don't know. Like, I guess you could kind of see the cab up here. There's a bunch of wood. I really don't know where the wood frame comes into play, but it's pretty sweet. I can tell you that. I like it. And it can clearly haul, as you can see in that top picture. So, yeah, I don't really know what more a guy could want other than this. It's got the tractor flap up top. Really doesn't get much better. So, Trent, I believe you're going to go first this time. What do you think about this thing?
I don't know how that wood frame's holding up, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think
joinery.
the actual frame itself is wood. I don't
Just the
think,
door.
but maybe. Who knows?
I mean, he obviously likes his rat rods. So
He's very proud of it, clearly.
I'm thinking $23,000.
23,000. Okay. Mr. Reeve?
Well, that woodwork is an art. So obviously he's got something in that.
Yeah.
And it is cool. I'm gonna say 40 grand.
40 grand. All right. Dad?
Oh, I don't want to insult the guy, but I'm thinking like 10,000. Actually, I don't give a shit if I insult the guy or not. What's that?
It is a 12 valve with 5,000 original miles.
That doesn't seem right, by the way.
Yeah, I don't believe it either, but that's what he says.
Well, anyways, I don't care if I hurt his feelings. 10,000.
10,000. All right, Steve.
I feel like the drivetrain's worth 10,000.
That's what I was thinking.
Has someone guessed 25?
No, Trent guessed 23 though, so you'd kind of be
I'm
screwing
gonna
him over.
I'm gonna give Trent a little bit of room, and I'm gonna go at 26.
26. Yeah, how nice of you, Kev.
50,000.
50.
What?
We got a good range going here. Trev, what do you think?
Is that the highest guess?
That would be the
Has to
highest
be.
guess, yes.
$50,000.69.
Oh,
You
that's a
son of
good
a-
guess. No,
God,
that's
Dirty.
brilliant.
Trevor.
Absolutely
Yeah.
brilliant.
Trevor.
That is it's pretty tough.
Sorry, Kev.
Trevor, that's BS, bro.
Well,
There's no. It's
Steve,
got to be a lot.
you want to hit us with
Yeah.
a number from our
Yeah. Okay,
colleague?
so it says a lot of nice things, and then it says, that said, resale on rat rods is tough. They're one man's dream, another man's divorce. All right. Anyway, so it says it will turn heads, and someone out there wants a diesel-powered coffin on airbags. Final guess: 18,000.
18,000. Well, it was wrong. Dad, you were also very wrong. It was listed for $60,000.
Oh my god!
Trevor.
Sorry,
Way to
Kev.
go, Trev.
Donnie with a
Trevor,
good guess.
you
Kev with a good
rascal.
guess. Trevor with a
That's a better guess.
69-cent better guess. Got
Damn it.
the point there. So great job,
By the way,
Trev.
that is a 1,000,000 times better guess. That's so good. Well done, Trev.
Yeah,
Thanks.
no,
Thanks,
great
Steve.
job.
Yeah,
So-
that was pretty solid.
Yeah, I don't know if he's ever going to get that much for it, but
Yeah.
hey,
Never.
the guy can
never.
hope. Guy can hope.
No, he won't.
This one here is our last listing of the day. And before I show it to you, I'll remind everyone we're going to go through, guess the price first, and then go back the other way and guess the location. So just the price first. This one is a mushroom growing shipping container. I don't buy it. This guy says they have a client that's looking to sell these containers that they built for them a few years back. They say it was to grow mushrooms. I'm not totally convinced. There's a few lights in there, as you can see, and all the electrical and whatever else you need to grow mushrooms.
You just need
But it
shit,
does
don't
look like a rather nice shipping container. So do with that what you will. Donnie, I believe you're going to start us off here. Just the price first.
Wow. Okay. $62,000.
62,000. All right. Dad?
Oh, shit. Even 50,000.
50. All right. Steve?
Feel like you guys are way overstating this. There's not a lot of here. You did not give us a lot of information. 21,000.
21,000. All right. Kev?
What are the guesses so far, Jay?
We've got 62, 50, and 21.
I'm going to say 30.
30. Okay. Trev?
Is that all like wood paneling in there on that top left? Oh yeah, no, it is.
It is.
What the heck?
It's nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna say 70,000.
70,000. All right. Trent?
I'm thinking 73,000.
73.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Some pretty high numbers there. Steve, anything from your
Oh.
friend?
Jesus. Chatty screwed me on this deal. Chatty guessed 22,000.
What'd you
22.
guess?
I guess 21.
Oh wow, your
That really
friend is,
backfired for you.
did you dirty.
He's no friend of mine.
Well, before I reveal the price, let's go back through. Did it give a location, Steve?
Yeah.
What did it say?
So it says based on strong cannabis and mushroom cottage
No.
industry.
Wait, let me go first. I was gonna say Ukiah.
Actually, you know what? Let's let Chatty go last. That's fair.
Okay, let's do it last. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kev, do you want to go first?
Okay, I think I accidentally just did. I will go Ukiah, California.
Ukiah. Okay. Good guess.
Because it was gonna say something
Right.
like Humboldt County. Yeah.
Trent?
I'm not going to tell you what it was going to say, but I've also seen it. So
I think Florida.
Florida.
Yeah.
Okay. Trev?
I'm gonna go like New Mexico.
New Mexico. Why New Mexico?
I don't know. It just feels like a good place to grow mushrooms.
Okay.
I feel like
Kev,
it's a
you've
pretty
got
terrible
Ukiah.
place to grow mushrooms, actually.
It's pretty hot. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Steve, what do you think?
Look, I've seen what Chatty said, and so I don't want to be influenced by that. I'm going to pick the dead ass middle of the country, and I'm going to say something north of Kansas City. No, I'm going to say Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Missouri, not Kansas.
Okay, Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah.
Dad, what do you think?
I think Washington State.
Washington. Okay. Mr. Reeve?
Where do they grow the most dope?
It's
I'm going
Humboldt
to say
County.
Mendocino, California.
That's pretty close.
Mendocino. Okay.
That's pretty good.
You're definitely in the range.
Yeah.
All right. What does your friend say, Steve?
Okay, so it says, first of all, there's a strong cannabis mushroom cottage industry in this area, heavy rural land use, thick woods in the background. I don't see thick woods, but
Yeah.
Chatty sees things I don't
This
see.
one over here.
Yeah, on
Yeah,
the
you can
bottom.
see some woods.
Okay, it says not quite Humboldt County,
Mm.
but that Josephine Jackson County vibe is all over this. Southern Oregon, maybe Grants Pass or Cave Junction area.
Oh.
So I'm
Southern
gonna just go
Oregon.
with, let's give him Grants Pass. Oregon.
All right. Well,
Interesting.
it was a good guess, but it was wrong.
Okay.
The correct answer here is $35,000 and Conifer, Colorado.
Oh, no.
Colorado.
Hey,
Would you?
I might have gotten that.
It is going to be pretty close between. I mean, I would say New Mexico is closer for sure, but
You should get
Yeah,
your
I
big
mean,
pen out. You know, you need to
if
get
you-
your big pen out and measure it.
yeah, if you picked the Kansas side of Kansas City, you would have maybe gotten
No.
a point, Steve.
Bro, those are like a centimeter away from each other. Aren't they like
Well,
just
yeah,
the
but
same
it's-
city?
It's the concept. It's Trevor now has a state that's bordering
That's true.
Colorado.
Wait, did he pick a city or just a state?
He just picked the state, but you
Oh no,
picked
he
like
wins. He wins. He wins.
the
It's not close.
furthest. Yeah.
No, I concede. He wins. It's
Yeah.
not close.
So yes, Trevor is going to get the point for the location, 1 point.
Way to go,
And
Trev.
Kevin, with a guess of $30,000,
Ooh.
is going to get himself a point, securing a spot off of the punishment wheel.
Oh, I
So-
kind of wanted the punishment wheel, though.
To recap our scores, Trevor and Dad both won with a score of 2 points each.
Ooh,
This is a low
is-
scoring
and-
game
like
tonight.
a
This
very
is a-
sad game.
Pretty embarrassing game. Second
Ah.
place is a three-way tie between ChatGPT, Kevin, and myself.
Oh,
Third place is Trent with his half point for the pronunciation.
Good job, Trent. You
And
saved
then
yourself,
Steve
bud.
and Donnie unfortunately did not make it on the board. Donnie, you don't have to spin, but Steve, you
Here's the thing.
definitely have to spin.
Here's the thing. I think we should not let Donnie spin because I should have been spun last week, even though
Oh,
I
that's a
wasn't
good
there,
point.
and you guys didn't spin me. So I would like to take that graciousness that you gave me last week and give it to Donnie, and you just spin for me tonight, not Donnie.
I'll take that deal, Steve.
Okay.
I was gonna say you spend twice, but we'll just
Yeah, maybe
We'll
spend
be
twice though.
No, it's okay.
Spend
Look,
twice
that
was
was my
really-
effort at not spending twice.
You got a point last time without being, present.
Yeah, because I
So
played it right. I played it exactly right.
You did. I mean, that was really the only option you had.
It was. It was.
Yeah, you did well. So this brings us to our new final segment of the game. And Steve, this is your
Wait, did
time.
they change? Did they change from last week?
No, they didn't change.
Okay,
Think-
good. I got hot sauce. I'm ready to go.
Okay, cool. Well, Trevor last week got the record ice bucket video.
Yep.
And this week, let's find out.
I like the way that center spiral just expands and expands.
Oh, this is great. This one, it's hard to read, but it says purchase a wig and use on next week's episode. Literally, I mean, you're one of the two people that works just perfectly for. So
I'm glad you got it.
and I think the way we're gonna do this, since there's a whole week and we could order pretty much anything on Amazon, is I will field any suggestions that the audience or anyone has.
Yeah, let's
And
just send
we'll
them
keep
away.
it under 20 or $25.
Yeah, that's
And
fine. I mean,
then-
here's the thing. If I have to go buy a wig, you can just count on it not happening because I'm not good at going and doing things.
No,
But-
we'll
We'll
I'll
just
send you
me
the
a
link.
I
and
can
you'll
make it
order
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will field suggestions.
Does it say for
from
the
anybody.
whole episode or just the intro?
Yeah,
The whole
whole
episode. It says it really specifically. Here, look. See?
Are you sure?
Does
I
it-
can't read that at all.
No,
No, I can't
it
see
really.
anything.
See?
that
says
that
whole
black
episode.
triangle's funny because you can
Uh,
say whatever you want. for
See,
that one,
I
Jay.
trust my nephew, but also this kind of feels
Yeah.
like he might be taking advantage of his uncle.
No, I think that's a fair one.
Yeah. I mean, it
Oh,
was.
yes. Trent
Oh
found it.
boy.
Hey Trent, why don't you? Can somebody mute Trent, please, real
Trent,
quick?
can you send that one to me, please?
Yeah, let's send
Yeah,
that
right
to
away.
Steve.
Yeah.
We already voted
Trent,
on it. That's the one.
It's
Dude.
past your bedtime, Trent. You need to go to sleep, bro.
I don't think that works.
All I
Getting
can say is
delusional here.
thank you, Uncle Steve.
What's that?
I said all I can say is thank you, Uncle Steve.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, Donnie,
Yeah.
you dodged a bullet.
Well, Donnie wouldn't have even had to participate in that one because he doesn't have to be here next week. But Steve,
Or we would have had to bring him back.
Or we could have made him come back with a wig.
yeah, I mean, I don't think that's right.
Yeah,
But
probably
It's
wouldn't
not
have-
fair, but all right. I'll get a
Anyways.
wig. You guys, Jay, you tell me what wig to buy this week, and I'm gonna get it done.
Trent, you
If you
better
can get
send
an
that one
overnight
to me.
delivery one, that'll be
I sent it
great.
to you.
Thanks. Oh yeah, we'll get it sorted.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Trent.
Yep.
All right. Well, that'll do it for my little segment here. Thank you all for playing. Congratulations, Trevor and Dad, and sorry, Steve. But oh man,
I mean, I love that idea, except I won't be at the poll.
yeah.
Well, the next poll you go to,
Well,
Well,
what
I
PJ
think-
meant
look-
was the next one you go to.
Hey, look, let's
It
just
says
be
it
clear.
right there, Steve.
But
We could have them do
the
it there.
wheel was very clear. The wheel was very clear. Wear it during the next show.
yeah, but
Wait, let me
just
read
changed
it
the
again.
rule.
Hang on.
James, read it
Purchase
again.
and wear
James
a
literally
wig
has
for
a
all of
blank
next
one.
week's episode and the next poll you attend. It says it right there, Steve. I'm
Yeah,
James
the
literally
proof
has
is
a
on the
blank
wheel.
triangle, and he's just like, "I'll make it up when I want to."
it could be. Who knows?
We have to give the people what they want, Steve. If
Yeah.
people don't watch, we don't have a show.
You've
So
got
we
at
have
least
to get
12 fans out there, Steve. You have to give them
yes,
what they want.
we have to keep them happy.
I feel like the people like to see me drink bourbon, which
With
can
a
drink
wig,
I like
bourbon
to
and
also
beer.
do.
The wig.
They're gonna love
Yeah.
seeing you drink the bourbon with the wig. It's gonna be fantastic.
No, I'm gonna
it
wear the
might be a
wig.
staple.
I'm gonna wear the wig once,
Okay.
Yes, you are.
unless I lose again, and then I'll wear it again. It's fine. I have
Yeah.
no problem with that. I respect the
I don't
rules.
even, I
Thank
don't
you.
remember what you look like with hair.
I don't either.
It might be a different version
It's
Ah.
of the original.
yeah.
Hmm. Well, Donnie, Trent, thank you for joining us, for partaking in this these good times. Trent, congratulations on selling your steers.
Mm.
Thank you.
You did a
Congrats,
shitty job
dude.
drawing numbers. I'm glad you drive a pull truck better than you draw your tags. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
I can't believe you pulled the number 1. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good number to have.
Especially after he already told us, like, oh yeah, I sold it to my aunt or my cousin or whatever it was. Like,
Yeah, today.
bro, don't tell us that shit and then draw
And he
number
pulls
1.
it out and it says cousin on the back. Like,
Yeah,
that
you
was
just
pretty
gotta
funny.
like, hey, next year, Trent, I got some advice for you. Next year, don't say that. Still do it,
I'll
just
keep
don't
my
say
mouth
it.
shut if I ever do this again.
Yeah, he's graduated. That's all over with now.
All right, fair enough.
Thank
It's out of the real world. Trent, you
Wait,
guys have a
bef-
safe trip. Enjoy your time. Tell everybody hi for us. Donnie,
Real
Donnie,
thank you
quick,
for being
Donnie
here.
and Trent, it was nice to see you both.
Thank you very
Good seeing you guys.
Real quick before
Congratulations
we
on
go.
your go ahead.
Sorry, Trent. The wig you sent, it's not going to work because it uses a clip onto existing hair.
Oh,
I'll keep shopping
that's a
tonight.
good point. I appreciate the effort, Trent, but as you can see, there's nothing to clip to.
We can find
Hey,
you
we
one
can get
without a clip.
Velcro on it.
Yeah, we'll
We'll
figure
get
it out.
Velcro.
Bro,
We'll do
Anyways.
you're
like
not
PJs.
stapling Velcro to my head.
We'll get it on there.
We'll
All right.
figure something out here.
Yeah, get
All right.
Donnie,
You'll find another
congratulations on your dominant win there in your hometown last week. Look forward to seeing you and the whole Reeve family this weekend. Do you know how many trucks are coming?
We're loaded and ready to go with 3 trucks, and
Fantastic.
Spike probably will not. Spike's got a lot on his plate and a daughter's graduation party to have. So, but 3 trucks will be there.
Nice.
I may have to drive 2 of them myself, but 3 trucks will be there.
Nice.
Thank you for having me.
That might be better for the rest of us if you have to concentrate on 2 rather than 1.
Well, look at the bright side. If I'm driving rags, it's probably not a threat.
Well, I don't know if we can take that to heart after what you did with the white truck. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
but anyways, we appreciate you being here. Appreciate all you do for us and for the sport, and looking forward to a great weekend in Pleasanton this coming Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If I could find that. There we go. Alameda County Fair. Again, I will be sending out the parking, the digital parking passes when I get them. And I'm sure if we don't get them to everybody, we'll figure out how to get people in there. So anyways, appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate you guys joining us tonight. Did Trev leave?
I guess so. Oh,
Oh.
he's back.
He's back.
Hi, my
Trevor.
computer just shut off for a second.
Oh.
I'm back.
Okay, well, glad to have you back, Trev.
Thanks.
So appreciate it. We got Pops driving. Garrett said, I think somebody just put that up. So if you guys want to hang out, we'll end this and we will see everyone next week. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good week.
Thank you very much.
Hey.